Is no contact a waste of time when your girlfriend dumps you? That depends on what you're hoping to gain out of no contact. If you are hoping to get your ex back, then I would say no contact is a waste of time, because whether she comes back or not, I'm not saying she will or won't, but that's not the reason that you should be doing it, and there's no guarantee of that. If you're doing no contact alternatively to heal yourself and to get your life back on track, then no contact is not a waste of time. Let's look at the angle of getting your ex back. So I don't really like talking about getting your ex back, because normally if it didn't work out, it didn't work out for a reason. I'm not saying every situation, life is complicated, it's not black and white, but a lot of the time it didn't work out for a good reason. And you can get your ex back. I could teach how to get your ex back, and there's a high likelihood you could get your ex back. But then once you get her back, the problems that arise in the first place may very well start rising again. And that's sometimes not because of what you're doing. It could be because of what she's doing, or it could be the other side of what you're doing, or it could be both. So the problems that arose last time could very well and quite possibly will arise again. So, teaching someone how to get the ex back, and then once she comes back, the problems start again. Particularly if it's her. If it's her, you could be doing everything right, but because of where she's at, the problems will come again, even though you're, getting her back. So I don't really like talking about that. What I prefer to talk about is no contact for yourself. No contact isn't about, look at me, I'm going to ignore you. It's not about, look at me, I'm not going to talk to you. It's more about, let me focus on me. Let me look inward. Let me look at what I'm doing. Look at my life. A lot of the times when you're in a relationship, you will compromise so much that you no longer are fully living your life. You need to be living your life and living the life of the relationship. But a lot of the times you will compromise to the point of you start losing yourself. You will start taking away too much from your own life. No longer talking to your friends, no longer spending time on your hobbies, which is, again, you shouldn't be doing that in a relationship. You should be focusing on your hobbies. You should be trying to better yourself. You should still be keeping in contact with your friends. I'm not ignorant and naive. You're going to have a little less time for that, but you should still be doing it, a conscious effort to do it a little bit at least. But a lot of us don't. And that's just a fact. So no contact, getting back in touch with your hobbies, getting back in touch with your goals, getting back in touch with, getting back in touch with yourself, maybe talking to some friends you haven't spoken to in a while. That's what you need to be doing in no contact. And you need to be focusing on the little things, like going for a walk. You need to be focusing on the little things like making food, things that, not checking your phone every 5 minutes to see if she's watched your story or something like that. That is what you need to be doing during no contact. You're healing, looking inward, spend money on something for yourself within reason, treat yourself to something, and, keep fit, keep in good physical condition. I'm not saying you have to be crazy or anything like that, but, go for a little jog or something if you can. Make sure you're eating reasonably healthy. Look after yourself. No contact is about looking after yourself. It's not about, if I post a picture at this time, or if I show that I'm out in the club getting female attention, then she might get jealous. That's not what it's about. I'm not saying don't post pictures with women. If that's what if you decided, I want to go on a night out, I want to put, I've got a nice picture here, I'm uploaded, that's different. But what I'm saying is no contact is about you. It's not about getting her back. If she comes back, she comes back, and that's just what was meant to happen. But if she doesn't, you win in the sense that you've done it for yourself. So no contact's not a waste of time if you're doing it for the right reasons. Anyway, let me know what you think. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, hit the notification bell so you get a notification when I make a new video. If you appreciate my work and want to leave a donation, there's a link for that in the description. With that, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one.